Today we are looking at the Yoga Burn program. Now I want to be clear up front that this is a review just of the first phase, the foundational flow as it's called. I saw this advertised, I think on Facebook, right around Christmas time. So just in time to capitalize on those beginning of the year resolutions that a lot of people make to lose weight. And I tried to do some research to find ratings for it, and to be honest, everything I found out there on the internet seemed to be like it was just the canned writing, like it was that promotional material that's on the website. And so even things that purported to be reviews of it were really just that marketing hype, that marketing language that really didn't tell you anything. So I wanted to come in and at least offer my feedback on it. One thing I really liked when I ordered it is that after you ordered it, I had the option to download all the files while I waited for the physical product to arrive because I chose the physical product option. I actually got audio files and video, and also got what was called beginner flow. There are a few cool things about that. First was that while I had to wait several weeks for the video to arrive, I actually had the MP3, MP4 on my computer, so I could actually use that, put it on a chip, and use it on my player at home, so I could actually start doing this before the physical program ever showed up. The second cool thing there is that there are audio files. It's basically the audio from the video, so it seems like they recorded the audio and video tracks separately and then put them together, which is nice because then you have audio only tracks if you want to, say, have them on your iPad or phone or iPod and just do the yoga without the video. So that's really nice because once you've done them for a while, you actually know the routines enough and you can actually do them without watching the video because she is so descriptive. The next thing that was really cool, again, is that beginner flow. So on the discs, when they arrived, they don't actually have the beginner flow on them. And what I chose to do, because it was going to be a few weeks before this arrived, and I had fallen out of exercising for various reasons, mostly because of the holidays, so I decided to do the beginner flow. It was amazing because it's nice and gentle. It's one of those that is a very gentle stretch, but it starts to get you prepared for this program. And so like the first night I did it, I was so out of practice, I ended up having muscle cramps, but it was a very gentle exercise. And so every time I do it, I feel amazing. Like it is like the epitome of relaxing yoga. All right. So I got this set because it purports to help you burn calories as well, you know, so you're losing weight and shaping as well as getting the benefits of yoga, because yoga is really, really good for your muscles and for your strength and for how you feel, but it really doesn't help you burn calories. And so this program was developed to help you burn calories as well, so you're not having to do yoga and strength training and other things, because strength training is where you really start to burn calories and to lose weight. So this actually does it all nicely. That's what it says. So I did the beginner flow for a couple of weeks until the videos actually arrived. It basically arrived just at the time I was ready, that I was feeling ready enough to do it. So the first set, so the way this supposedly works is that this is a 12-week program. So you do phase 1 for 4 weeks, phase 2 for 4 weeks, and then phase 3 for 4 weeks. Again, I wanted to make clear, I have done only phase 1 so far. I was very near the end of phase 1. I was in my 4th week actually, and ended up slipping on ice and landing right on my knee, injuring some tendons in my leg. And so I have not actually been able to progress past phase 1. I've just recently picked up exercise again. I think it's been two months, I think. So I'm going to have to go back and start all over at phase 1. But I really enjoyed this. Phase 1 was definitely a challenge. Each video is just 15 minutes, but you're supposed to repeat it 3 times so that you have a 45-minute exercise. Phase 1 has 3 different workouts. So you have, say, a Monday workout, a Wednesday workout, and a Friday workout. Again, each of those workouts is 15 minutes and you do it 3 times in a row. So you have a 45-minute workout. Again, 3 workouts once a week, and you do that for a full month. There is also the Tranquility Flow bonus video. So this is, you can use this on a rest day or any day that you're feeling particularly sore. And it's only, I think, about 15 minutes itself. It's a very short one. So the foundational flow is phase 1. And I have to say again, I really liked it. I found some challenges sometimes in it. Even after I had prepared myself with the beginner flow, it was still challenging. But what I really like about this is that she tells you, you know, if you can't do this, you can modify it this way or do it this way. And if you need more of a challenge, go to this. And if you need more of a challenge, go to this. So there's no judgment. It's made very clear that there are multiple options. And she also, unlike a lot of yoga videos that I have seen, where they don't tell you what the goal of a certain pose is. Like sometimes you're in this pose, but you're wondering, okay, and now should I be stretching this muscle more or this other muscle more? Like where's the focus supposed to be? And quite often in these videos, I usually don't have that question because she usually answers that. And she says, you know, there's one in particular in like the beginning flow where she tells you to go into a pose and then says, okay, now you tilt your head this way or that, and just find where you feel the most tension. And then there's another position as well where she says, you know, try this out, have a little fun, see what works for your body today. It's really nice because she tells you what to notice in your body, what you're looking for, and what the point of the pose is. So I find that really helpful. In the month that I was doing this, the foundational flow, there were a couple of times actually I was not able to complete the video each time, the particular video, because some of the videos were more challenging for me. The first workout of the week tended to be a little more challenging for me than the second and third workouts of the week. So there were times when I was able to do the 15-minute video only twice, sometimes only once. But in that first month, I lost 4.5 pounds. Now, granted, I do want to point out I was also changing my diet. I was doing a protein focus, so I was getting my protein. You'll have watched videos and seen us do reviews of these various protein powder options. So there was also that. However, 4.5 pounds. And the only thing I was doing was the yoga burn 3 times a week. Sometimes I would also then do the tranquility flow on a day. Occasionally I would go for a walk on the days that I did not do the yoga. That is actually what is recommended for this, that you do yoga and then just go for a nice walk on the days that you're not doing yoga. Typically what I did was yoga burn on Monday, a walk on Tuesday, yoga burn on Wednesday, a walk on Thursday, and yoga burn on Friday. That's typically what I did, although sometimes my schedule required me to switch it up a bit. But doing that, again, I lost 4.5 pounds in the 4 weeks that I was doing the foundational flow, which is really good because I started actually at 310. So at my weight level, losing 1 to 2 pounds a week is very sustainable. And I could actually probably lose 3 pounds a week and have it still be sustainable. And during that time, I was also tracking my body fat percentage. And so my body fat percentage went down by 0.3%. So not incredibly high, but 0.3% plus 4.5 pounds of weight loss, which I consider very, very good. In my view, this was well worth the money. I do not remember what I paid for it because it was right after Christmas, right at the beginning of the new year, and so it was on special. I want to say maybe $50. I think it is worth the money, and I am actually eager to get back into it again. It's been very frustrating for me to not exercise for a few months while I let my leg heal, but I am actually really looking forward to getting back into doing this in the next couple of weeks. I believe the video for this is yoga-burn.net. One thing that I did not like about the ordering process was that it's one of those websites where it's constantly trying to upsell you. So there were more options to get more and more. And so I was not really happy about that. But, you know, after a while, you just get to be like, no, 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 thank you. No, thank you. And then you finally make it to the end and you pay. And then I did, obviously, you purchase and so you get signed up for the newsletter. So you will get a lot of mail in your email inbox, but you can always change the frequency of the emails or unsubscribe completely. But I really do like the product itself. I do like that you get that digital download option so you can download everything and have it before this ever arrives. I love that there's the beginner flow. I find that the beginner flow video, that's 45 minutes, is far more relaxing to me than that Tranquility Flow. Oh my gosh, I love it. I always feel amazing afterward, almost like I had a massage. And I really do like that foundational flow. It is challenging to me. It may be challenging to you if you have not exercised at all or not exercised much. Again, it was challenging for me, even though I love to do yoga, but I had not exercised in a long time. And again, I started at over 300 pounds. That automatically gets in the way of being able to do some yoga poses easily. So anyway, highly recommended. And in my opinion, so far, well worth the money. And I do plan to come back and do reviews of the second phase and the third phase as I finally get to them. I made notes knowing that I wanted to keep track of whether it actually helped me, and I knew I was going to be reviewing. So I actually made a note here. Week 1, beginner. I did beginner flow every day. Very relaxing, fairly gentle, but helpful, felt good. Foundational flow. Week 1, unable to complete more than 2 of 3 reps on workouts 1 and 2. I found 2 and 3 very tiring, but relaxing. And I felt stronger and had improved posture and flexibility after both. So in addition, they were tiring, but I felt better after every one. And again, I made sure to have protein shakes after exercise so that I was recovering better, so I didn't ache and hurt as much. So I'm not going to prescribe diet, but if you do find that you're very tired after these, you may want to try something like that, increasing your protein intake. It really helps with sore muscles for me. In week 2, I still had issues with the first workout, but I was able to finish 2 and 3 with no problem. And in week 3, I finally did all 3 workouts all the way through. And then in week 4, like I said, it was the last of week 4 when I actually hurt myself before week 4. Then I had problems finishing the videos that week, where the week before I had done them all the way through, all the way through for the 45 minutes. After I hurt my leg, I could not do that. And then it actually kind of exacerbated the injury, so I stopped exercising to let my leg heal. And before I'm done, there were 2 other things that I really wanted to mention. I do recommend watching each of the videos at least once before doing them. It is really handy. This is the first yoga video I've ever seen that has multiple camera angles, so you don't see the pose from the same position all of the time. So it's really helpful actually watching the video beforehand so that you know what to expect, because if you're doing it, it's going to be hard to watch the TV and see how to do the move. So I do recommend that at least once. Also, one thing that is very cool too here is seeing that she adjusts herself into a pose. In so many other of my yoga videos, the people get into a pose and then just stay there, and you don't really see any adjustment. If you watch this, you actually watch her get into a pose and then adjust and then adjust and then adjust. So there's some adaptation to the pose as your muscles get used to the pose. For me, it really helped because I would occasionally have to readjust. I could not get into a pose just right instantly. You see how she settles in, and that is very cool. So again, I do recommend watching each one at least once before you ever do it, so you see how she does it, and you can realize that it's not just an instant boom, you're in it and you're doing it perfectly, because she certainly doesn't. And so that can be freeing, in my opinion.